everyone, it's Amanda with Sweet Pieces. Welcome to Monday. It is Monday. Certainly doesn't feel like Monday, but we are here nonetheless, ready to share some inspiring stuff with you guys. I'm going to give us a couple minutes. I'm so sorry. I'm just looking at this lighting. It's not that great today. How is that? Let's see. I need some better lighting in my studio down here. So who is excited and ready to learn about Tempaper? We're going to be learning all about Tempaper today. I'm so excited. Tempaper, it's changed my life. I mean, I have to be honest. Most, if not all, I think all of the products that we carry at Sweet Pieces are life changers. So if you're like me and you are somewhat lazy but have very high hopes with your DIY projects, you will absolutely love the products that we carry at Sweet Pieces. So they're geared towards people who don't have a lot of time to get things done, want to do them fast, and want to get professional looking results. That's all about what we do at Sweet Pieces. So Tempaper is one of those products. You can literally wallpaper a room in a couple of hours and have a complete transformation. Now, I shared with you guys a few weeks ago that about 6 months ago, we took over the decorating department at Abof's. So for those of you here on Long Island, you know Abof's. They're a household name. They have 33 locations here on Long Island, paint stores. They also have decorating centers. They sell Benjamin Moore products, which, by the way, they are open currently for curbside pickup. So if you guys are itching to do any home decor projects, like room painting, you can absolutely call them, get your paint. They will deliver it to your car, which, I've been into Home Depot a couple times, and that's, a little nerve-wracking with everything. So it's nice to know that we have a local company that can just, come and deliver it out to our car, which is great. Hi, Patty. So anyway, I've learned so much about wallpaper over the last 6 months, kind of heading the decorating department at Abof's, and real wallpaper it's amazing. I mean, the textures, the natural wallpapers with the grass cloths and the metallics running through them. I mean, there's so many amazing options, but it is a little bit of an undertaking to hire an installer to come out. And I do plan on putting up wallpaper in a couple of my rooms, real wallpaper. However, Tempaper is an amazing product for something that you need to get done quickly and you're not looking to spend a whole ton of cash, which is fantastic. Hi, Mom. Good afternoon. So anyway, and it's really fantastic for inside of a piece of furniture. And like I said, you can literally do this in an hour. I mean, I have done zero prep work for today's project. I have to tell you, it took every bit of strength that I had not to work on this project this weekend because I have been so excited to get this done. And so I forced myself to do other projects around the house, which I'm going to show you before we get off camera. So if you guys were with me on Friday, I got the delivery of my floor carpet that went down in my bedroom, and we did it yesterday, and it's amazing. I absolutely love it. It's so exciting. So anyway, I have so much to share with you today. I'm just hating this lighting. Just hold tight for 1 second. I'm just going to plug in a lamp. Maybe that will help. So I'd love to hear where everybody's from. Where's everybody watching from today? I always like seeing where our friends come from. Let's see if this will help at all. Okay. Okay, let's see. So this china cabinet that I have in here, got it from a customer. His name is Ralph. Actually a family friend as well. So it was brown and boring, and so we transformed it. And I always say we, but it's sometimes it's just me and sometimes it's just my team and I'm doing nothing. So I just want to say a big shout out thank you to my team that's out there and helping. I see John's watching, I see Julie's watching, and they've been amazing. I'm really thankful. I'm so blessed. I have people calling me, giving me ideas, and I'm really super thankful. So thank you. But anyway, this piece, I painted it in stain blocker. Did a couple coats of stain blocker first, sprayed it, and then I did a coat of brushable white enamel. Both products are from General Finishes. If you're interested in learning about them, feel free to shoot us a message or jump up on our website and check it out. So a couple weeks ago, I did a sprayer video for you. Sprayers, hang tight, coming soon at Sweet Pieces. But this, I have to tell you, this was so easy. I mean, I've painted so many china cabinets in my day, and I think this probably took me, I don't know, a couple of hours maybe. If that, like, if I took all the time and scrunched it together, because I did it piecemeal, it was so super easy. So please don't be afraid to tackle your projects at home. You can absolutely do them very, very quickly and easily. So did sprayed it, and then now I'm gonna temp paper. I'm gonna temp paper the back. So check out this paper. This is so gorgeous. Temp paper comes in about 100 gazillion different patterns, okay? It comes in some of them are single roll, some of them are double roll. Generally, a double roll is about 33 feet. For the temp paper line, it's 33 feet. For the real wallpaper world, sometimes it can vary, so make sure that when you're working, that's why it's important to work with somebody local, because there's so many ins and outs to design and decorating, and sometimes when you buy online and you can't actually talk to somebody, it can bite you in the butt, because you can very easily make mistakes. Even when I ordered my floor, FLOR, the flooring, I was able to call and actually speak with somebody about how I wanted to lay out the pattern, and how I needed kind of a custom size, and she really walked me through the whole process. So it's really important to be able to do that for sure. And then also the rolls always come in different widths as well. So like this is a 27-inch roll, which is a little bit bigger than some of the rolls that we carry. And then some of the temp paper rolls are 20.5 inches, which is generally like a typical size width for a wallpaper roll. So anyway, what I was saying before is I literally did zero prep work to start this. So I'm going to show you guys from start to finish how I'm going to measure this and how I'm actually going to put it up, cut it, and then put it up. So I know that some of you might be like math adverse. So I just want to, it is easy if you just think about this process. We will have a how to do this on our website. We do have a couple of videos as well. But I told you last week that we're revamping our website. We're adding so much more content to it on how to actually use our products. So if you go there today and you look at it, holy moly, you will be mind blown. I'm going to show you in a little bit, but all of this information I'm talking about right now will be up on the website. So let me talk to you a little bit about math. Let's have a little math class here, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, by the way, I started figuring out like what's going to go in this cabinet. I actually went shopping at the store yesterday. I don't want to make anyone jealous, but look at these gorgeous canisters that I picked up. I picked these a long time ago, and they're freaking fabulous. And I couldn't stand to let someone else have them, so I stole them. John, you got to demo those. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure. Oh, here's a fun tip. I don't know if you guys know this about tape measures, but a lot of times on the back of a tape measure, I don't know if you can see this, but it has a measurement. Do you see this measurement right here? What it says is 2.5 inches. So that means that the width of the actual measuring tape is 2.5 inches. So if you need to measure on the inside of something, you don't have to worry about bending your tape measure all around. So if you take your tape measure, let me see if you can see this. If you take your tape measure and you just butt it up against, and then whatever your measurement here, so mine is 18.5. If I take that and I add 2.5 inches to it, that's going to give me 20.5 inches wide. So I know exactly how wide my piece is, instead of doing this. and like trying to figure out in that curve what my actual measurement is. So tip of the day from Sweet Pieces for your measuring tapes. So I have 20.5 inches wide, which, by the way, if that was a 20.5 inch roll, it would be perfect, but I'm going to have to cut it, which is totally fine. And then the height, so let me take out my shelves here. By the way, I've been talking to you guys a little, I think I mentioned KonMari a couple times, Marie Kondo. I love Marie Kondo. I love her book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying. It truly has changed my life. So one of the things I did this weekend to stop myself from doing this project so I could do it with you was I organized my tissue paper, which sounds so ridiculous with everything that's going on. But this is how I'm keeping my mind happy and clear, by tackling these projects. So thank you. Thank you so much. You are absolutely right, Kathy Ann. I just thought of that I messed up that measurement. So thank you for saying that. And I went to school to be a math teacher. So anyway, talking about Marie Kondo, her whole concept is that when you can store things vertically and you can see everything, it's a lot more efficient than stacking everything down. So this is just really how I've organized pretty much everything in my life, from my socks to, everything else. So that's a fun little tip. Okay, so now let me measure the height here. By the way, okay, so here we got, so this is 38.5. So that's going to be 40, and no, it's actually 3/4. So 38 plus 2 is 40 3/4. So 41.5. So I'm always going to, whenever I'm measuring out Tempaper for this, for something that's like a confined space, I'm always just going to add like another inch or two. And then I'll press it down and I'll cut it with my X-Acto knife. So even if I'm always going to add a little bit more than what it actually is. So, let me now show you how I'm actually going to cut that piece out. Okay, so I'm going to tilt you down here onto the floor. And let me move this guy out of the way. Okay, so there's a couple of tools that you're going to want to have when you're doing this kind of stuff. So I went to design school a while back and got all these fun, I know, Kimberly, I'm obsessed. I've wanted to do this since I got this house, since we moved into this house, which was 10 years ago, believe it or not, and it finally has come to fruition. So there is a silver lining. There is a silver lining. Okay, so I'm going to, here are some of the things that I love to have when I am doing Tempaper. I love to have a T-square. I love to have scissors. You must have scissors. And you also need a measuring tape. Now, if you don't have a T-square, and I would imagine that probably most of America doesn't have a T-square, then you need to, I'll show you another way. So I'm going to measure this out to 42 inches, because I think that should give me enough. Was that enough? 38, 40, yeah, 42 inches will be good. And what I usually do is I'll just throw something heavy on one end so that my paper doesn't curl up. Okay, and once I have my measurement, I'm going to just mark my paper, 42 inches. Now, if you don't have a T-square, then what you need to do is you need to mark 42 on both ends and then connect your two lines. And as long as you do that, you're going to have a straight line, because it, like, if you were to just, not take a T-square and try to throw a ruler on here, you might not get a totally straight line. So you want to make sure that you have a couple of different marks. I don't need to do that because I do have a T-square. So I'm going to take my T-square and hold my pen so that I can draw a nice straight line across this. Okay. And FYI, whenever we actually sell Tempaper at the store by the foot as well as by the roll, because some people don't want to invest in a whole roll if they're just doing a little china cabinet like this. So we do sell it by the foot, and we always make sure that we get a very nice straight edge so that everybody always gets the right amount. So now I'm going to cut this on my line here. And you want to make sure you're staying straight. You could also do this with an X-Acto knife and use a ruler. I don't know. I like to just cut it with a pair of scissors. It's just preference. Okay, so now, and also each one of the Tempapers does have like a repeat on it. So if you were doing a wall, you would want to be mindful of that. But because of what I'm doing, I really, whatever ends up happening here ends up happening. So here's my pattern, basically. And it just so happens I'm going to have a beautiful little bird right in the middle, which is great. But I do need to cut off some paper on the end. So let me take one more measurement here. Measure twice, cut once. And I'm going to jump up and look at some of your questions as well. So 18 and a half, 20 and a half, 21. Okay, let me just take a peek at some of your questions. So Janine just asked if I take into consideration the pattern. So if you look at this, if I cut off all of the excess on one side, my bird is going to be like not centered. So if I really want to get crazy with this and kind of center my bird, then I might want to just take a little bit off of each side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay this out and measure it and see how much I need to take off and what it's going to look like. So this is kind of like you gotta sometimes think on the fly, basically. Let's see if there are any other questions that I missed up here. We got Rockville Center, we got Brooklyn, Brightwaters. If anyone wants to host a watch party, go for it. It helps us spread the information to even more people. Okay, so just take a peek with me down here. And we're going to go, where's my measuring tape? Okay, so this is 27 inches wide. And I need to get this down to 21. So actually, here's 21. If you look at this, it does kind of center my bird, because if I had this pattern that continued down here, the bird is going to be on this side and then it's on this side. So it kind of alternates. So in this case, it's completely fine if I just cut off on this one side. So woohoo, that's a small victory right there. So 27, so I'm going to cut off 6 inches, right? Now I'm questioning my math. Okay, 6 inches. So I'm going to, let me make sure you guys can see. I'm going to mark my paper here, 6 inches. And I'm going to take my T-square. And I'm going to make sure this is nice and straight. Okay. You know what, 6 inches. I'm going to go a little bit less than 6, just so that I have a little bit of excess on there. So I could cut that off. So how is everybody doing? How is everyone feeling today? It's Monday. It's not raining here on Long Island anyway, which is a good thing. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. But I'm just trying to stay positive as I can. I don't know about you guys. Making lemonade out of lemons, the lemons we've been handed. Doing everything I can to contribute to society and also stay safe. And I just can't get this on here. Okay, there we go, there we go. Okay. So now I'm going to cut this off. Cut off my edge there. I'm just going to be very straight about this. I'm going to go slowly. Can you guys see this? Yes. So I hope you guys are tackling lots of projects. And please don't forget to send us photos. We want to see what you're working on. You can either hashtag us on Instagram, Sweet Pieces. You can tag us, Sweet Pieces. You can send us an email. You can send it to julie@sweetpieces.com. And we will absolutely share all of that on our social media pages, because we want to inspire everybody to, tackle projects at home. This is a really great time to do it, for sure. And now with the weather getting a little bit nicer, it's an even better time to have fun and do that. Okay, so now I have my piece of Tempaper that is cut. Okay. Now, Tempaper has a self-adhesive back, it's self-adhesive, so there's a back that you have to peel off of it. So your the back side of it, sometimes, oh, this one was easy, but you just have to basically catch an edge and you peel it off. Now, who has done contact paper? Who's used contact paper in their day? Sometimes contact paper can be a little daunting. And so when I first learned about this product, I thought it was going to be like that. But I do want to let you know that this is even way easier than contact paper. So with contact paper, if you get it caught on itself, like, forget it, it's over. But with this, with Tempaper, that is not the case. You can absolutely fold it up on itself and it will be totally fine, which is amazing. So it's very forgiving. If you put it up and it's angled a little bit or it's crooked and it's not coming down straight, you can peel it back off and reposition it. Now, once it's up there and it's up there for a while, you can't take it down and then reuse it on another project. Once you're peeling it off, like for real, when it's been up there, it does kind of stretch and move, so it's probably not going to be usable. And I will let you know that we've actually installed and then taken down Tempaper years later, and it comes right off so cleanly, so easily. So this is, again, a really great project to do if you need a change, but you're a little bit afraid of commitment. So it's super, super easy, trust me. So now what you're going to do is you're going to peel off a little bit. So I probably have like 6 inches or so peeled off. And I'm going to just position this in the top of my china cabinet. So I have a nice straight line up there, so I know it's going to be okay. Okay. So now I have a little bit on, and I'm going to just, let me see if I can pull you guys in a little bit closer here so you can really see this. So once I have my edge up and I can see that it's nice and straight, then I can start smoothing it down. Okay, let me reposition. I have, by the way, I use a tripod when I do these videos, and I have to tell you, this little thing has been like a lifesaver. Okay, so now I have this handy dandy little tool, which we always also carry at Sweet Pieces, and this is a little smoothing tool. So this is going to allow me to get my paper nice and straight, and I don't have any bubbles. So what you want to do is you want to start from the center. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to start smoothing it from the center, and then I'm going to start pushing out, so that I don't have any bubbles. And then I stuck my hand behind here, and I'm basically going to peel down some more of the paper, and then I'm going to continue to smooth and push out into the edge. And I don't know if you can see, but in the very corner over here, I have like a tiny, tiny little excess, which it probably won't even matter. But if I wanted to, I could just use my X-Acto knife to just cut it off. Oh, and I just got a couple of little, okay. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna keep peeling and smoothing. Oh my God, I'm so excited! This is just so exciting. Peel and smooth, peel and smooth. Okay, can you guys see that? Okay, so now I do have a little bit of excess down here. Wow, and this just so happened that this little birdie ended up like so perfectly in the middle of my china cabinet, which is so fun. Love it. Love it, love it. Okay, and then I'm just going to show you with my X-Acto knife how I'm going to handle this edge down here. Okay. So I'm just going to take my knife and I'm just going to stick it right into the edge and just very carefully go along that line. And I also have a tiny little edge here going up. And then just peel that off. And I'm going to continue this line here. Okay. I mean, that was, if that wasn't easy peasy. Who timed me? How long did that take us to do that? From measuring it to actually putting it up. And what an impact that makes. Look how fun that is. Oh my gosh. So cool. So cool. So let's see if you guys had any questions while I was doing that. Okay, let's see. Is there a reason? Kathleen is asking if there's a reason why I chose the enamel paint. So when you're working with white, okay, if you want a really solid white painted furniture finish, it can sometimes be a little bit challenging because whites have a tendency to bleed. And, you know, a lot of times it's, you know, we'll see like these top coats and they say non-yellowing top coat. So I just want you guys to be aware that just because the top coat itself isn't going to yellow, it doesn't mean that it can't pull tannins or stains or dyes through the wood. And with white paints, it's almost 100% inevitable that if you seal it, it's going to bleed. I mean, I'm working with all of these different products over the last 8 years. I've maybe had one, maybe two projects that I've done in white that didn't bleed when you top coat them. So unless you're using a chalk type paint and you're sealing it with wax, so wax isn't going to cause it to bleed. It may bleed before you put the wax on, which, you know, that has happened in some cases. But if you take white paint and you want to top coat it with a penetrating top coat, like a high performance top coat or a polyurethane or any of the brush on type of a top coats, it's almost inevitable that you're going to get bleed through. So I have just learned to take, because again, I'm half lazy, so I want to do as least work as possible to get to the finished result. I just have found that it's a lot easier to just do one product. So with the brushable white enamel, it just makes it so easy. You stain block it first and you put on your brushable white enamel and you're done. You don't have to top coat it, and it has a beautiful satin finish. It also now comes in flat. It just was released. We don't have it in stock yet, but we will really soon. It comes in flat, and I think it comes in gloss. John, can you chime in, or Julie? I think it comes in gloss as well. So you have those options with the brushable white, and it just gives a really pretty, I mean, you could see this looks like, it looks like a cabinet, like a professional cabinet finish. So it just makes it really, really easy to do that. Which is a long answer of why I chose the enamel paint. Okay, so I have another little project that I want to show you guys today. I want to talk to you about gilding wax. So this is, we didn't talk about this beforehand, but this is something that I'm going to do on the cabinet. So let me show you. So we carry a product at the store called gilding wax, and it makes it super easy to transform like hardware and whatnot. So we carry it in a bunch of different colors, several different golds, and I am using gold on here because, I mean, it's gold and it's fabulous. So I'm gonna do the gilding wax on here and show you guys. So this is the product. Just look for gilding wax on our website. The color that I'm going to use is, so satin and semi-gloss. The brushable white enamel does come in satin, semi-gloss, and now flat, which we will have in stock very shortly. So I'm going to just take my finger. So this is gilding wax, okay? It's a metallic wax. Like I said, it comes in a few different colors. And this hardware it's tarnished. Now, I told you guys about Brasso a couple weeks ago, and I started to use Brasso on here. I actually did it on this knob over here, and it was probably like a good, I don't know, 60 seconds of rubbing with the steel wool, and I was like, you know what, I'm not doing this on 12 different knobs. I'm just going to use gilding wax because it will take me about 13 seconds. So I'm going to just dip my finger in. Okay, I just have a tiny little bit on my finger, and you guys can see this, and I'm just going to brush this on here. Okay, who is timing me? How fast was that? And if you get it on your paint finish, you in an area where you didn't want it to go, you would just use regular wax to wipe it back. Okay, that was like, how long was that? So you can see here just how pretty that just updated it. And it kept all the inner areas not gold, which is what I wanted. I wanted a little bit of contrast on there. I'm also going to do this, and I'm kind of wondering if I should use gilding wax. Let's see. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it right while I'm on camera with you guys. So if I just go, oh yeah, that's gonna work. OMG. How cute is that? So there's this really pretty Greek key raised detail here. And I love me some Greek key. So this is just a really, I was thinking about doing a pink. I wasn't sure what color, but gold, gold, gold all the way. I love it. So this is actually a lot easier than doing like a gold paint. So this, I would highly recommend this. And then if this doesn't come off completely, then I would just take a little bit of wax and buff it back, and it'll come right off. So this is going to be a fun little way to do this for sure. Ooh, I love it. Ooh, I'm so excited. This is so exciting. This is much more exciting than watching the news and all the craziness that's going on in our world. Of course, I always tell you guys, I'm not saying that we should bury our heads in the sands, but I feel like when, we move toward what we focus on. And if we're focusing on positive things, then we're going to move in that direction. I was talking to Julie this morning and I said, we're doing everything that we can right now. We're doing, I can't go to school and become a nurse right now or a doctor. But I can help in other ways. I announced last week that we're going to be donating $5 of every can of paint to some sort of a noble cause. And I'm going to be honest, I still haven't found the noble cause, but I can promise you we're keeping track of it. And we will be donating $5 from every can of paint that we sell. We're also going to be donating 10% of any home decor purchases. So, by buying a can of paint, you guys are not only helping a small business stay in business, but you're also going to be helping some sort of noble cause that needs it during this crazy time. So we're trying to do everything that we can to help inspire you guys, keep you positive, and also help because, I can't do anything else. That's all I can do. So questions, let's see. So Dina is asking, can you use gilding wax on fabric trim? That is a question I've never had, Dina. Congratulations. I think it depends. If it's something decorative, like let's say it was a trim on my draperies that don't ever get touched, I'd probably do it. If it was trim on my duvet cover, probably wouldn't do it. So I think it depends on the application. If it's going to get touched or moved or washed, don't use it. If it's something that you just need to gussy it up and give it a different look, then I would say go for it. Randy's asking if we need to buff the gilding wax. So what we recommend is you can get it on, and you don't want to put it on super thickly. You do want to put it on kind of thin, but you can just take your rag and just lightly rub it just to make sure that you don't have any excess on there. So you don't have to buff it hard like you would. Well, you shouldn't really be buffing super hard, but you don't have to buff it out super hard for sure. Okay, let's see. Can you tell us the name of the paint again, please? So we carry a couple different types of paint on our website. If you just go to our website, and you know what? Let me do a little demo for you of our website. Okay. So I was mentioning before that we added a bunch of new how-to pages for you guys. Okay, so here's our website, okay? And this is our homepage. And if you tap up here on the upper left, there's a box that says paint. So we have Jolie Matte Finish Furniture Paint. We also carry General Finishes Furniture Paint. We do still have some Annie Sloan product in stock. So that's the one that says chalk paint. And then we also have metallic paint, and believe it or not, we also have some Miss Mustard Seeds milk paint still in stock. So you can tap on any one of those. If you go there, it's going to show you all of the different color swatches of the different paints. And I will tell you that we painstakingly went through this and made sure that the photos on the website are as close as possible to what that color actually looks like in the can. Now, what I was talking about on camera here was the brushable white enamel, which is under the General Finishes header. So that is different from the furniture paint. It's a specific different product, the brushable white enamel, which is, it's not meant to be top coated. It's just meant to be put on and left. You don't have to top coat it, which is really fantastic. Let's see if anybody else. Linda wants to see a close-up of this guy here. Let's see. Let's raise you up a little bit. How fun is that? I love it. I love me some gold. Faux show. Okay, so now I want to show you guys another thing that we just launched on the website. So we have a how-to section up here. Okay, so if you tap on the how-to section, we have all kinds of good stuff in there. We have a virtual consult, so you can actually click on the virtual consult and You can type in all your information, you can upload photos on there, and we will walk you through step by step exactly what products you need, exactly what process you need to go through to get the look that you're looking for. So definitely take advantage of that. We have some other how-to pages, but this new page that we just launched is very exciting. It's called How-To Product Guides. So this page shows you, and we're continuing to add to this on a daily basis. When I say we, I mean Julie. This shows how to do everything that we have in the store. So how to apply pearl plaster. Okay, let's look at that. So this page is actually going to walk you through step by step exactly how to apply pearl plaster, the different ways you can use it. It has links to videos on how to do it. And then it also shows you the actual products that you're going to need for that particular technique. So we've made this really, really user-friendly so that we're taking out as much guesswork. We're empowering you guys with as much information as possible so that you don't have to really think about any of this, which is, what we want to do. So Dion's asking, how would brushable white enamel with no top coat hold up on kitchen cabinets? It's actually why the product was created, was for kitchen cabinets. So it will hold up really, really beautifully. And it doesn't need a top coat. It has a top coat built into it. So that statement was a little bit misleading. So there is a top coat in it. You just don't have to put it on, which is great because it saves you a step, which we love. We love that. So definitely check out the website, check out all of the free info we have on there to show you how to tackle your projects. And don't forget that don't forget we're available Tuesdays through Saturdays for curbside pickup and online shipping. Now, you can shop on our website 24/7, but we won't ship out your products until Tuesday. But that's kind of a lie because we've been going to the shop even on Mondays. John's there right now. Thank you, John. And taking care of orders. So we're doing everything we can to keep you guys inspired and creative during this really, really crazy time. So before I go, let's see. Janine has another question. Is the gilding wax suitable for a bigger job? Say a metal table leg. I have a bistro table that I like to change it up. Okay. So let me talk a little bit about the durability of gilding wax. So gilding wax, again, it's a wax. It's a natural product. It is going to wear away over time. Kathleen, thank you for your order. We appreciate it. So the more chemicals that get on it or oils, you're touching it, it might kind of wear away, but you saw how easy it is to put it on. So it's really meant as a decorative accent. Now, I have done it on bigger things. If it's really smooth metal, gilding wax usually doesn't stick very well. If it has a little bit of a texture to it, that's when you're going to get better sticking. Okay, so you saw even on my handle, it's kind of worn and it's got a little bit of a texture to it. So the gilding wax really sticks to that. If it was shiny, smooth brass and you wanted to make it silver, I would recommend painting it first and then putting the gilding wax on top of it. For what you're explaining to me, Janine, sounds like a really good candidate. I mean, we have a video on YouTube on gilding wax. We did it on a mirror, a big mirror, and it came out so beautiful. So it is definitely doable on a bigger piece, but just keep in mind I wouldn't have it be a piece that's going to be outside. It would need to be a piece that's inside, and it needs to not be super shiny, smooth, or else you need to paint it first. And then you could do the gilding wax over the top of it. A couple of things I want to just mention about Tempaper before we go. The whole reason why Tempaper can be temporary, meaning that it can easily come down, you do need to put it on a wall that is either an eggshell or a higher sheen. So if you're doing it on a matte sheen and you will go to peel it off, it could potentially damage the wall. So you want to kind of keep that in mind before you do your project. Something like this, I'm not worried about it because even if I peel it off, there's nothing to really damage on the background. But if you're doing it on sheetrock walls and if you put it on top of a matte paint, it could potentially peel the paint off. But like I said, it comes off so easily, which is really a beautiful, beautiful thing. So we're going to be coming back with you guys on Wednesday. I'm going to take you for a quick little field trip upstairs. By the way, we do have a coupon going on for Tempaper. By the way, I'm going to paint that door before our next video. It looks so bad. We do have a coupon code for the Tempaper right now. We're going to throw it into the comments. You get 25% off double rolls. You get 15% off single rolls. And we get credit. So you're just going to go right to Tempaper's website. You can put in your code and then get a discount and also help out another small business. So I got to show you guys. I'm so excited about this. My floor. My FLOR floor that I did. So let me flip you around here. Oh, look at this. How cool is that? So this was a little bit of, it took us a few hours to lay it down and put it together. But I absolutely love it. It makes my room feel so much brighter and airier. And I love the fact that if I get any like marks in this thing, I can literally peel up a tile and just replace it. It's like such a beautiful thing. So I'm pretty excited about my floor. And one thing I'll show you before I go, in my daughter's room, I didn't really clean in here today, so I apologize. We did Tempaper in her closet, and it's so fun. It's just a fun little pop. So you can see it in the back. Do you see the gold scallop Tempaper? So fun. But she actually loves sitting in here. She like sits on the floor in the corner. It's so ridiculous. She sits down here and plays. And I swear it has something to do with the fact that it's just so fun. And it's fun in here. It's fun and pretty. So use Tempaper to dress up your space. It's a really quick and easy way to, to sass up your space, give you a little bit of pattern, which is what we all need in our lives right now, right? For sure. So I hope you guys are staying happy and healthy and positive. Like, that's so important. You got to stay positive. What we think about, we bring about. So if we're thinking good, happy thoughts, that's what we're going to bring about. And if we're thinking about all the doom and gloom, that's what we're going to bring about. So I think it's kind of on us as a society. Like, how are we going to move right now? So I think we have to make sure that we're maintaining a positive thought life. Get off the news channels. They're not going to tell us anything that is going to be earth shattering that we can't learn in a bullet point or a newsletter. I think we're doing everything we can right now. We're staying in. We're staying, away from each other and quarantining, and we're doing everything that we can. So I hope that you guys find something really encouraging and exciting to work on. We have tons of projects for you at sweetpieces.com if you need some inspiration. We also have the kits available. So if you guys don't know about that already, we have, if you just search for kit on our website, it'll come up. We have several different kits available for you. We supply you with everything. So we give you the board, we give you the stencil, we give you the paints, your pouncers, your brushes, and it's a really great project that you can do at home, with the kids, with your hubby, by yourself, whatever you prefer. But it makes quarantine a little bit more fun. And then you'll have a fun little sign to put on your front porch or hang up on the wall. So I hope you guys stay safe. We will see you on Wednesday for our next video when we talk about how to choose, how to make choices about color and technique with your projects. In the meantime, if you need a little bit of Sweet Pieces fix, you can jump on any of our social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, and we can give you some inspiration. We also have an Instagram page for the shops. It's the shops at SP, and we've been running virtual vintage sales on that site. So if you guys need a little bit of a vintage fix, we're doing curbside pickup and also shipping on all of our vintage goods as well. So hopefully you guys will visit us. We love you so much. We hope you all stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Want to learn more? Subscribe now.